Hey, it is Tuba Billy. So, Trump announced he's running for president. And leftists everywhere collectively lost their minds, including CNN. I mean, CNN even, stopped covering the speech halfway through and started talking over it. Well, I mean, they do that to Biden too, but that's because he's just talking nonsense. When he announced, I mean, everybody assumed he was going to announce. And I was like, all right, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Do I think he would do a good job as a president? Yes, I do. He would do similar things that he did in his first 4 years in office. Bring the economy up. The average earner's pay went up $5,000 during his 4 years. And in the first 2 years, Americans' actual, spending money, like what they actually get to use, has gone down by $4,000. Now contrast that with Obama's 8 years in office. The average American income only went up about $1,500 in 8 years. And then in 4 years, it went up $5,000. But we're really 3 because, the entire last year was all COVID. So really comparing 8 years to 3 years and now to 2 years, and to see where we are as a country. I mean, just look at gas prices alone. Biden says that gas prices were $5, over $5 when he took office. That's a lie. They were, I think, $2.86 or something like that, $2.68, something like that. They got up to over $5, $7, $8 in some places under your watch. Yep. And now you're draining the federal oil reserves to keep them low. But now that the midterms are over, they're going to start going up again. Now, Trump made a lot of claims during his speech. Steven Crowder did a breakdown of all of his claims. Now, he also did a lot of Trump talking. And so he didn't really focus on that. He focused on the actual claims that he made. And most of them, he says all references are available at louderwithcrowder.com. And he uses a lot of leftist propaganda messaging. So, CNN, Reuters, MSNBC, all those other ones. New York Times. He uses them as their own reference. Some things he said, yeah, he's an exaggerator. Trump is a salesman. He's not going to tell you exactly what it is down the line. For example, when he was talking about inflation, he said, under me, there was zero inflation. Inflation was zero. I got a horrible Trump impersonation. Technically, it was 0.5. But, I mean, now we're up over 8. But then if you, factor in other things they've taken out, housing, it's like 17, 18% now. Compare it back when, it was with Jimmy Carter, when they say, oh, it's not as high as Jimmy Carter. Well, that's because they took out some of the things that were in the measurement for inflation. But So Trump's announced. Trump is running. What I don't want to happen is for him to get in a pissing match with DeSantis so that they knock down, drag out, and destroy each other. Now, what I would love to see is maybe a Trump-DeSantis ticket. And then DeSantis does his 4 years as VP and then runs and does another 8 years because that man knows how to run a state. Now, there are some things that Trump does that DeSantis has not done. Not saying he doesn't do, but he has not. And that's really compelling or appealing. There we go. Appealing to the workers class. So if he, I don't know if he would go over too well, in blue collar, the heart of America, Midwest, working man's land, the breadbasket, whatever it is. Oh, I could be wrong. Who knows? So, bottom line, Trump's running. How I feel about it, I don't know. Would I vote for him? Yes. Would I vote for DeSantis? Yes. Because I know what he's done, and I know what he can do. I'm not hiring him for his personality. I'm not hiring him for his flowery rhetoric. I'm hiring him because he gets the job done. And he's, the same age as Biden, relative, basically. And, oh, there's a lot of dirt on the floor, on the road. And he does much better. I don't know. Just be excellent to each other. Tuba Billy signing out. God be with you till we meet again.